Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video covering the Steam Summer Sale 2018. This is probably gonna be my last video covering this sale, unless you guys really want me to cover a different genre or something like that. But yeah, after this video, I think I'm gonna take at least a couple days off from covering the summer sale, a little bit burned out from it. But it seems like you guys are really enjoying the video, so just let me know in the comments section down below if you still want other genres to be covered. I saw a couple people put that they want to see me cover some story-driven games, so that is something to still look at. Now, in this video, I want to take a look at 5 open-world games under $10. Now, a lot of games from my previous videos would fall into those categories. I'm not going to talk in-depth about those games again, but just to quickly go over some of those titles, Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning is great. Open-world RPG with a gigantic emphasis on its action combat, really good. Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition, a big fan of that game, and with the Definitive Edition, you get all of that game's DLC. I believe that's $4.50. KOA is $5 and then $10 for the complete collection. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is also really good, $9.79 for that game. Really good port done by Capcom with that game, so that's something to check out as well. Check out the other videos if you want more in-depth look on those games. But yeah, just wanted to mention that right off the bat to get those out of the way. Let's get into these 5 now. First up, I've got to give Just Cause 3 a mention for its new low price, 85% off for just $4.49. Yes, Just Cause 3 had quite a bit of issues when it was released back in 2015. Those have been well documented. Hell, on this channel, you could look up some of my Just Cause 3 videos and you'll see some major issues with the game. But since that time, a lot of those issues have been remedied, and the fact is, you are not paying $59.99 for this game anymore. You are paying just $4.49, and that is a great deal. When talking about Just Cause, I would usually recommend people to just pick up Just Cause 2, as it was such a cheaper option, but now Just Cause 2 is a little bit cheaper at $2.99, but you're just paying $1.49 extra for Just Cause 3. Technically speaking, Just Cause 3 is the prettier game, and honestly, I would just recommend you to pick up Just Cause 2 and Just Cause 3 for how cheap they are. The Just Cause collection is also available for $15 and change, but that includes a lot of the DLC content to Just Cause 2 that you really don't need. But if you are eager to check all of that out, you can look at that as well. Of course, Just Cause 4 is releasing later this year, so not a bad time to get caught up with Just Cause.
Rico. I'm Mario, my bro.
I am not your bro.
We're those to be trusted.
I'm not part of the rebellion, but share the same enemy.
What a homecoming, my boy!
Lots of chaos and destruction. And when he comes to protect the insignificant, kill his friend.
The rebel is still out there. We have to find him and end him.
There is nothing that my flames cannot touch.
What are you planning to do, son?
Something subtle.
Next up, we've got Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, 50% off for $9.99. Now, I think this is the lowest price the game has been outside of one instance where Humble had the game discounted by 75% to $4.99. Since then, it has not been available for that price, and MGS5 is a really good game to the point where I could easily recommend it for $9.99. Now, you can also check out the Metal Gear Solid 5: The Definitive Experience. That includes MGS5 Ground Zeroes, MGS5, as well as a ton of downloadable content. A lot of downloadable content that isn't crucial to the game, but if you want to give that a look, $14.99 for that. And Ground Zeroes is a pretty good prologue to MGS5, so that's something to check out as well. If you just want to get the base game for $9.99, it is an absolute steal. There is so much content in this game with all of the main quests, the side quests, and MGS5 is one of those games that I really think the open world didn't detract from the experience. I actually think it complemented MGS5 and made it a better game. Now, of course, there is some controversy with this game. The storytelling isn't as strong as, say, MGS4, but there is a story in there. It's just told in a different way through the use of cassette tapes and a lot of audio logs, so it's a lot of listening, so that might detract some people as far as the storytelling elements go, but gameplay wise, it's still top notch. A lot of content, and at $9.99 I can easily recommend this one. Next up, Far Cry 3 is 66% off for $6.79. The other Far Cry games are discounted. None of them are below $10 outside of Far Cry 2 and the original Far Cry, which those two games I'd recommend as well. Those games are $3.99 a piece. Far Cry 4 is $11.99 and Far Cry Primal is $19.99. I believe Far Cry 5 is $44.99, so yeah, a little excessive on that end. But if you've yet to play Far Cry, I always recommend Far Cry 3 as the best entry point. Obviously, the one thing that is always said about Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5 is it does seem like a lot of the same from Far Cry 3, and considering that Far Cry 5 is what, 6 or 7 times the cost of Far Cry 3, yeah, Far Cry 3 is a great option at just $6.79, and even to this day, this is a wonderful looking game. If you max the game out, this game is still quite demanding if, again, you're playing at 4K maxed out looking for 60 FPS, and it looks very good. Obviously, the main antagonist is one of the most beloved things about Far Cry 3, the gameplay is solid, and at just $6.79 if you're looking for a Far Cry experience, this is the one I'd recommend.
Native headquarters and home to the peaceful Rakyat people. Rook is an archipelago made up of many islands, but there are 2 main ones. This is the North Island, now ravaged by the war between the native rebels and the filthy, sadistic pirates, led by Vas, the animal who killed your brother and took your girl.
Did you want me to slice you open like I did your friend?
The rebels have pledged allegiance to Vas's sister, the mysterious and exotic Citra. Her desire to save the island is, how you say, passionate. But if you win her heart, you will win her warriors. Now, the South Island is ruled by a third factor.
Next up, honestly, this probably wasn't my favorite game of this series, but Fable Anniversary is 75% off down to $8.74. Now, Fable to many people is an absolutely beloved franchise. However, I was not a big fan of Fable 1, but it does seem like I'm in the minority with that one. I was a big Fable 2 guy. Fable 1, I had some fun with it, but Fable 2 just holds a special place in my heart. Unfortunately, Fable 2 was never released on PC, so we can never even play that game. So your best option is definitely Fable Anniversary. Yes, Fable 3 was also released on PC, but let's not talk about that. Fable Anniversary is the remastered version of the original Xbox game, and it's quite good at that. And at $8.74, I would say this is a pretty good pickup. And if it's your first Fable game, you're gonna dig it a lot. It's just because Fable 2 was my first Fable game. I feel like I wasn't able to get into this game as much as most people, but a lot of people do say that this is their favorite, so there you have it. $8.74, not a bad price.
Here you are. It's been a long wait.
He's the man for me. I'm gonna marry him.
I am knackered.
You can't stay lucky forever, farm boy.
And finally, you guys know how much of a nerd I am with the Assassin's Creed games, so I felt inclined to include an Assassin's Creed game on this list, but I wasn't sure which one. Of course, it'd be easy for me to go with AC4. I've completed that game like 4 times, but considering that game was free, Ubisoft and Uplay gave that game out free back in December of last year. I figured the majority of you already have that game, so I wanted to give a mention to one of the more underrated AC titles in Assassin's Creed Rogue. Assassin's Creed Rogue was originally released in 2014 on the same day as Assassin's Creed Unity. It was an Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 title. The PC version didn't come till 6 months later. It has a lot of that naval combat that I love from AC4, has a really interesting story with a different take on your typical AC story, and overall, if you enjoyed AC4, I feel like AC Rogue is going to be a game right up your alley as well. And if memory serves me correctly, AC Rogue serves as a prequel to Assassin's Creed 3. And the game itself is 60% off for $7.99, so a little bit on the expensive side still, but hey, at this point, that's probably just me being a penny pincher.
To stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent. I was a damned fool.
Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order, and all that for which we stand, and to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
You are now a Templar.
So that is going to conclude this video. 5 excellent open world games for under $10. Like I said, this is probably going to be my last video covering the sale for a couple of days. If you guys do really want me to cover a certain genre, a certain budget, or anything like that, let me know in the comments section and I'll try to hit that in the next few days. We got some other ideas for different videos, however, and I want to tackle those in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. But if you guys want, I will revisit the sale in a few days. We've got a while until the sale actually ends, until July 5th, so just let me know in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for any kind of video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.